What is going on, guys? We're back here again today. Savage Panda Projects, the Habitat 4 horsepower. So in today's video, I want to take the time to talk about the general outlook for maintenance reliability on the Volkswagen Audi MQB platform. Before we get started, make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with more projects or content on the A3 build. So lately, I've been getting a lot of comments, people asking about the overall reliability and maintenance within the Audi Volkswagen MQB platform. So taking a look at the Project A3, looking back on 2 years of ownership, everything from stock to stage 1 to stage 2 power, I just have to say the car has been extremely reliable. I really have not had any issues whatsoever. As you guys know from past videos, I've been incredibly proactive as far as maintenance and service. So with that being said, I think it is fair to say that if you're good to your car, in return, your car will be good to you. Now, two of the biggest things I want to talk about in regard to maintenance and reliability with your service intervals, in your factory owner's manual, it will typically advise you to change your oil every 10,000 miles using full synthetic oil. I've always been a little bit more proactive by changing my oil every 5,000 miles. Now, that's not something that you have to do, but that is something I choose to do. The nature of turbocharged engines, they produce a lot of heat. As you guys know, heat tends to degrade the properties of your oil. So if you want to get the most life out of it, I would go ahead and make sure to change your oil every 5,000 miles instead of every 10,000. Another big thing you gotta really keep an eye on is ignition. Take a look at the fine print when you go on your APR or Unitronic websites. They will typically recommend that you change your spark plugs every 10,000 miles for the best possible performance reliability of your motor. I use the RS7 spark plugs, which are 1 heat range colder than your stock plugs. Definitely not a terribly expensive maintenance item. You can typically pick up a set of RS7 plugs for around $60, $65. So that's really two of the biggest things, guys. Oil change every 5,000 miles, spark plugs every 10,000 miles. Now, something else very important as well, you gotta make sure you take care of your DSG service. I just recently completed a DSG service on my car at 35,000 miles. Currently, my car sits, as of today, just shy of 40,000 miles. So once again, common sense, guys. Keep an eye on your fluids. Do not neglect your transmission fluid. You can typically pick up a DSG service kit for a pretty reasonable price off ECS Tuning. And of course, you have the options to build your own kit if you want to pick your different brands of fluids as well as filters. Another thing you got to be careful about is your Haldex service. You guys had seen a while back, I had posted a video specifically covering the 30,000 mile service interval. If you want a little bit more information, make sure to check out that video. I'll put a link up here if you want to check that one out. Now, one thing I'll say I do find to be a bit of a bummer is the general negative perception about the reliability of Volkswagen Audi in general. You'll find there's a lot of negative comments on the internet. There's a lot of people that really tend to knock Audi when it comes to performance and reliability. I just don't think that Volkswagen Audi in general deserves such a negative perspective when it comes to maintenance and reliability. Guys, once again, stay on top of your maintenance. Stay on top of your service intervals. Be good to your car, and in return, your car will be good to you. Now, I'll say this, I don't care what make and model car you have. At the end of the day, if you absolutely beat the crap out of your car, you are going to compromise the reliability of that car. It's just that simple. So for anybody out there watching this, if you're thinking about potentially picking up an A3, S3, GTI, Golf R, any MQB vehicle, I would not be terribly concerned about overall reliability. Don't let the negative haters of the internet scare you off from such a fantastic tunable platform. As I mentioned before, I've owned this car for just over 2 years, stage 2 full bolt-ons. The car has been incredibly reliable. I have literally had 0 issues with the vehicle. It's just unfortunate, like I said, there's so many people with strong negative opinions about Volkswagen Audi. I think that's quite a bit of a bummer. A lot of guys might go down a rabbit hole of negative opinions on some forums. That also happens too. So once again, don't let the haters and negativity of the internet turn you off from what's such a fantastic, reliable, tunable platform. Now, another example. You guys saw the car I'd featured the other day that belongs to my buddy Jeff, spins all 4. This guy is pushing over 450 wheel horsepower out of his Audi A3. He's running an IS38 hybrid, he's got fueling upgrades, he's got E85. This guy is running 10-second quarter miles. His car has over 75,000 miles on the stock engine and stock transmission, and he's still going strong. I really think that right there, once again, proves how tough these motors are and how stout of a platform the MQB is. Now, I'm sure most of you guys watching my videos, I would assume you're probably already subscribed to JR14. As you guys know, he's got a fantastic Mark 7 GTI build. You can see he actually pushed his car well over 400 wheel horsepower to nearly 100,000 miles before having engine failure due to crank walk. Crank walk is something that typically happens on manual transmission cars rather than the DSG vehicles. If you want a little bit more information about that, make sure to check out his videos on JR14's channel. So once again, guys, in my personal experience owning and modifying this car for the past 2 years, I have nothing but great things to say about it. It's been incredibly fun, it's been incredibly reliable, and it's given me zero trouble. If you're new to the world of Volkswagen Audi, I would definitely consider checking it out. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.